You know it, Bubba Wallace.
This nigga name is Bubba. Let's just take a moment of silence. That's his real name, y'all. Bubba Wallace. Bub.
Oh my God, the half a Negro.
Hashtag, come on, Bubba.
Yeah. So Bubba Wallace is the only, I guess, black NASCAR racer.
NASCAR.
And so basically a noose was found in his racing stall.
Yeah, like the garage, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but this comes 2 weeks after NASCAR banned Confederate flags being flown at events. And being that Bubba Wallace, he pressed for that policy change. People are saying that this happened to his stall because of that. But when I did a video on it, and then, people reported back to me and they told me, the noose, or quote unquote, the noose was found or has been in that garage stall since 2019. And they said that it's not a noose to be hung, but basically to open the garage door. But it's a noose. A noose is a form of knot. Like, they got all these different types of knots out there that you can tie. I don't know. I'm not a Boy Scout. So, but a noose is a form of a knot. And it's like, why would that be? And you mean to tell me, so since 2019, people have seen this and nobody said anything? Now all of a sudden, NASCAR bans Confederate flags, and it's like,
I think it was what it was that you're talking about, the garage thing.
Yeah. But so do you think that Bubba Wallace is just riding this whole racial tone out now?
Come on, Bubba. I'm about to start calling him. Now they calling him Bubba some leg, juicy some leg. Look, man. So I think that's because when you saying the ironic, the coincidences and this shit. So it's right after the NASCAR Confederate flag thing, and it's right maybe a couple weeks after these nooses, these hangings, these lynchings started popping up. So is it a coincidence again after a couple of guys in Cali and Georgia got hung? Now all of a sudden, I go on TV, Bubba Wallace, noose found in Bubba Wallace's locker. I mean, it's his garage. And he's crying.
Yeah.
He was crying. He did all his promo, did ESPN First Take. He did all his interviews. Then the corniest shit, and I posted on my IG story, I don't know if you've seen it, where they showed the track and everyone came together in unity. And they were playing music on Fox. And all of the racers got out of their cars and they walked alongside of his car. Fuck the race, I guess. This is before the race. Everyone hold no social distancing. It's like 50 motherfuckers out there. He's the one black NASCAR driver. And everybody's came together for Bubba Wallace, and they did this, and solidarity. And I like that shit was a PR moment for NASCAR. NASCAR changed their image. That was not that was a stunt. And I hate to say it, and I might come off wrong, but when biracial, you gotta, and I'm not, there's nothing against biracial people. You have no control over your ethnicity. But my tenors go up with some biracial people. I don't automatically think if someone's biracial and they look like me that they have the same racial viewpoints as me. He might have grew up completely different. Bubba Wallace might have grew up with his white family for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Or some shit. Jesse Sumlay is another biracial one. He was trying to split an agenda with, gay blacks and gay straights. So
somebody said Jesse put that noose in his garage.
He probably did, yeah. So
I forgot about Jesse and the noose.
Take the heat off Jesse and put it on Bubba.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. Like I said, it would be another biracial dude, the same setup as Jesse. Because when I first reported, I said, I don't know, y'all. It's kind of Jesse Sumlay-ish kind of, but I didn't want to be that guy. But
yeah, it's starting to look like that because
forced. It was like, come on, the NASCAR.
Right, because remember when NASCAR said, all right, we're not letting Confederate flags being flown, and I was like starting to be like, why? Like, NASCAR never really fuck with black people. It's not like black people are going to be tailgating at NASCAR anyway.
You have one fucking person, black person, biracial on top of
that. But then my cousin, he said, well, NASCAR doesn't really have a dog in the race when it comes to, because I was like, is it Black Lives Marketing, right? And he was saying that they don't really have a dog in the race because they're audience isn't really black people. And I was like, oh shit, you might be on to something. I was like, so maybe they are just trying to be like, look, I know we got the history, but we ain't really with that shit. All right, whatever. But now when you got the noose, it's all starting to look like a play. Like, what's going on? Like, Bubba is trying to ride this fame out to the point that, you know, he's on there crying and the people pushed his car. It's like, if I was a NASCAR fan, I'd have been mad. I'd have been like, look, yo, come on, man. Like,
all the NASCAR fans, a lot of them have quit. That's one thing I say about NASCAR. It's a good old boys network, good old boy entertainment, but they're the good old boys. They don't fuck with you, but they're like, leave us to ourselves. We leave y'all alone. We leave y'all alone. Let fly your little fucking flags for all I care. That to me got overshadowed because even though they banned that flag, when they did that race, it was somebody with a big helicopter still flying that motherfucker across the back. And people were still pulling up to the. So what are you really gonna? What are you gonna do?
right.
You're gonna tell a cop to go out there and tell everybody to take their flag down. Like, never bothered. I don't watch NASCAR to be offended to see a Confederate flag.
Right.
You couldn't offend me if you wanted to. I don't watch your programming. You know what I'm saying? I watch. You know.
That's it too. And like I told everybody, I'm gonna keep my eye on this because I'm like, yo, this is all seems a little suspect here.
The whole shit. I'm over it. I'm like, all right, Bubba, you lied. You know.
Yeah, Bubba. Poor Bubba.
I guess I just wasn't buying it. I lied because I didn't know who the fuck Bubba Wallace was before 2-3 weeks ago.
So do you think Bubba this is going to be
call him Mr. Wallace?
Yeah, Mr. Wallace. You think Mr. Wallace this is a launch pad for like something bigger? Like, do you think he's going to come out in a couple weeks trying to maybe do acting or like sell a product or something?
I could see him in a Tyler Perry movie or something. He's good at crying. He's light skinned. He's good at crying.
Tyler Perry like light skinned Negroes too.
Light skinned niggas that can cry.
Yeah.
I could see him doing something like that. But I don't know. Some people are gonna buy it, some people are not. I mean,